Sandra from Asexualise, my asexual life. Welcome to another episode, live streamed again. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that big subscribe button now and hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I post new video. This is the place to be for education about asexuality. So today, hi Michael. Today I managed to get out of my flat. And prayed I didn't cough in the middle of the cinema because I actually went to see a film, like a psychological thriller, which was really good for me to get out, spend some time with myself. I have been really enjoying the 2 weeks recovery in the sense I've spent a lot of time with myself, and that's been really good for me because it's got me back in touch with my soul. I feel a lot happier. Yeah, my foot, Michael, it's still sore, like on top, so I was walking quite a lot today. I went to the other end of my city where the cinema is and it was still hurting on top. And this morning I coughed a little bit of stuff up and some stuff like later on. It seems to be when I'm eating I tend to cough more up, but since going to the cinema I was sucking some throat sweets. That's been my throat. I didn't cough whilst actually watching the film, so I was so thankful for that. So it is getting better. And I did manage to go shopping tonight after the cinema for like an hour, so that was really good. I've got partiality for rice noodles lately because I went with the asexual meetup. I went for a Chinese meal. It's really set me off as the fact I love rice noodles now, and they sell like packets of them at Sainsbury's, but it's like quarter of an hour walk from where I live. So I thought, oh, sod it, I'm just going to go down there, get some rice noodles, take them home and eat them, which I did tonight. I love them. Oh man, because I can't eat wheat, so it's like really important for me to have different foods sometimes because I just get so bored because I've got loads of food and intolerances, sugar being my worst. Sugar, wheat, monosodium glutamate and spelt are my worst allergies. I can only have natural sugar, not refined sugar. It's not good at all. Anyway, so thanks for asking about that. Yeah, so I am getting better, but it's slower than I thought it was, and I thought my foot would be completely healed because it's 2 weeks tomorrow to the actual accident when the guy fell on my foot, but it still hurts on top. So it's weird, and sometimes I've still got a little bit of a limp, but it's like when I put my shoes on, when I got my slippers on, I'm at home, it's fine, but when I put my shoes on, it's hurting on top still. It feels really sore, like it's pressing on it, so that's not so good. But yeah, the coughing, I managed to keep the coughing off while I was in the cinema, so I was really happy about that. I saw a film called The Simple Favour. It was a psychological thriller. It was good, actually. It was kind of quite a lot of storyline to it, which kind of all revealed itself towards the end more. So that was good. I really enjoyed spending that time with myself on a self-date, and it was good because I hadn't been, last time I went to cinema was the week before with my friend, which is when I had the chest infection and it got quite bad that night, and then by the next day it was really bad. So I'm hoping that I'll be fully better soon, just that I'm not up to full speed yet. And I can feel myself now when I'm talking quite a bit that I'm a bit like chesty still. But I do know, like in the mornings I do still cough some stuff up, yucky stuff. You know, so it's apparent I've still got the infection there. Do you know what I mean? It's not gone yet. So, but thanks for asking. So in this video, I want to talk about what my asexual soulmate looks like and is like, because it's one question I just got asked by an asexual guy who is a guy who I've been speaking to on asexuality.org. He lives in the UK. He's British as far as I know. And I didn't think he was going to talk to me as much as he has, but he's writing these really long emails to me and it's really nice, but obviously it takes me a while to reply back to him because it's quite long and lengthy. And he asked me, so you know your asexual soulmate's Indian, so do you know more about what he's like intuitively? And I'm like, yeah, I really do. So I was literally writing all this stuff out, which I can read out actually because I've still got it on screen. Because I'm writing this guy back and he's asking me a lot of questions, which is lovely, really nice, and telling me a lot about himself. And I'm quite happy with that. I seem to be making more asexual guy friends that are British actually, and guys who want to take a long time to write, like but I have been on meetup.com. There was a foreign guy in the UK and he's been writing me long emails as well, so I seem to be connecting with guys who are better quality guys in terms of they're putting in more effort, do you know what I mean, to be friends with me and to share their life with me, you know, what they do, and also, you know, to ask me questions about myself and be involved in my life and want to spend some time with me, whether it's online or, you know, knowing more about me, having a conversation online, or whether it's in person. And this is a guy that I'm on Avon at the moment, and he is likely to come to one of my meetups in the future. And the other guy on meetup.com, he may come to a meet, but he's quite far away, so he's not sure if he'll go to one of my meets or meet like nearer him. But it's just nice that I'm connecting with more people, and that people that put the time and effort in. It's hard when I've got a lot of stuff to catch up on, though, from being so poorly. Because I do have a lot to do, and it's kind of like I tend to prefer talking to people than doing my work sometimes, which is a bit naughty of me. And so it's like I had a choice tonight to do some more stuff that I meant to be doing, or to reply to this email. And I'm like, oh, I need to reply to this email. It's really nice of this person to email me back. And so, yeah, that's what happened. So, I'm going to read it out, because also on ASAP as well, I messaged quite a few guys on there, and someone messaged me, and he's like, oh, are you Sandra from Facebook, off the Facebook groups? And I said, yeah, which one of you see me? And he said the Grey and Demi group. And he said, I'm also on your Asexualise Academy page. Well, courses page, which is, that's the one it is. But he was also foreign, and he was also talking about marriage, you know, to get a visa. It's ridiculous. I'm absolutely fed up with these guys, because he'd seen my videos, obviously. He must have done about my asexual soulmate, you know, and guys just seem to think they're foreign, and they'll take advantage of the fact that I know I have an asexual soulmate and kind of present themselves to me as much to say I am him. And, you know, I mean, this guy blatantly said, oh, you can come and travel to a foreign guy's country, then take him back with you to get married. It's like, no, I don't want marriage. I don't want kids. I'm not even interested in living with someone. They're like, well, why do you need a relationship? It's like, I don't need a relationship. I'm quite happy being single. But I do love romance, and I do love kissing, and I do believe I have an asexual soulmate. And when you really intuitively believe something, like you can feel he's here almost with you, you kind of know it's meant to be, and you have to like do whatever you can to put out into the universe and the world and the planet that you do believe in him. You know he exists, and then he should show up, you know, because I'm quite spiritual in that way, and I'm quite intuitive, and that's what I believe. So let me see if I can get the bit in my email where I'm actually describing my soulmate, because it'll be easier if I read it from here, won't it? If I can find it. All right, here it is, because it's quite a long, lengthy paragraph, and of course I've got my iPad in front of it at the moment. Let me see if I can move it to the side a bit. I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. Okay, this is what I've written so far. I might add to this. Oh, the Indian asexual soulmate. Yeah, I have. Yes, I know more about him. So this is what I put. He's in his early to mid-20s. So this is talking about so for a start, my soulmate's Indian, I believe. He's in his early to mid-20s, short, dark hair, brown, I believe, a chestnut colour that I can run my fingers through, coloured skin, clean-shaven and skinny, and no chest hair. Into IT, I think he's a web developer and or into business. He's happy that I'm older, as he has an older soul and is mature for his age, whilst I have a younger soul, so we balance each other out. He loves talking about anything and everything, and is really open and honest, and shares his secrets with me and does not hide anything from me. We are bestest friends and love hanging out together and going to the cinema and Nando's and other places like theme parks. And he is so cute and cuddly and warm and very beautiful for me, and he is proud to be seen with me and show me affection in public. He likes talking just like I do and having conversations about the world, planet and universe, and is super romantic like me. He knows I like poetry, so may write me poems too. He probably likes cooking, as I hate it, although I do this for myself at a basic level and don't mind in the sense that I have a lot of allergies and intolerances, so at least I know my own health and safety with this. He will have some feminine qualities too, just like I have some masculine ones as society would see it. I normally don't like being in bed with the guy. Oh, this is getting quite personal now. But because he's young and very beautiful, and I feel safe with him and love him so much, and I know he loves me and we trust each other, he is kind, caring and sensitive, and are 100% serious and committed life partners, and he is respectful of my boundaries, and I can see me in bed cuddling him like a teenager in love, and of course, as he loves passion, and course kissing, as he loves passionate kissing as much as I do. Lots of that without the sex. He does not need kids, and happy to not get married if I don't want that. He likes me to be happy. Yeah, it's wonderful. He is with me. I have yet to find him, but I will. So yeah, I also think he's probably spiritual. Well, yeah, he's going to be spiritual as well because he's my soulmate, and creative probably as well, which, you know, the poetry, might do some writing and stuff like that, but I do believe he's creative. So yeah, that's my soulmate, really. I feel him, I can see him, I can visualize kind of what he looks like. It's really strong, you know, but I have never ever had an Indian boyfriend in my life. I've had foreign guys boyfriends in the past. I had one from Afghanistan, actually, and I had a Latino guy, and I had another guy who was Middle Eastern as well. And then that was actually boyfriend years ago, but they didn't last very long. One wanted sex all the time, and I did have that with him. It was so boring. Seriously, he just wanted to stick it in. I know this is really personal. I was just so bored. I just couldn't stay with him. I think I split up with him once, and he was like, and you know, he was in city going, oh, but I want sex with you. I'm like, why? He's going, because I like, and I think I might have done that again, and then I'm like, oh, I just couldn't be. I had to finish it. And I even say, his mate goes, oh yeah, I taught him how to have sex. I'm like, well, you didn't do a very good job then, did you? Because it's just boring. And they started getting really rude to me, calling me bitch. I'm like, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because I basically said that I can't be with you. I don't like the sex. It's rubbish. It was rubbish. You know, if you're going to have sex, I don't want sex. But if you're going to, a guy has got to put a woman's needs first and actually make her happy and do more than stick it in her. That's why there's a difference between sex and making love, because sex is just basically sticking it in a woman, and making love is doing all the sensual things and all the foreplay and stuff like that, you know? Any woman who just does a guy sticking it in her is not really going to be that impressed. And it was just like, he was really aesthetically super good looking, but I just, oh my God, I was just so bored. I didn't stay with him very long in that relationship. I just couldn't. He did some cooking for me as well, but I just couldn't stay with him. I don't understand why they would want an asexual partner if they want to have sex. Oh, I didn't know I was asexual back then, Michael. No, this was before I discovered I was asexual. This was quite a few years ago. This was before I met my long-term ex, actually. So this was quite a long time ago. I mean, my long-term ex, he knew I liked foreign guys prior to being with him. Actually, I was with a foreign guy when, I was with a foreign guy when I was just friends with him. Yeah, and he wanted me to leave the foreign guy so I would be with him. But whilst I was with him, he was quite abusive, as you've probably known. But while I was with him, he used to have a go at me about being attracted to foreign guys when he was attracted to a lot of women. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, I couldn't help being attracted to foreign guys. I've always been attracted. And now I'm not with him. And we split up in 2011. And then I had a year where I wasn't dating or seeing anyone, thank God. And then the end of 2012 is when I started dating again. And in that time from 2012 till July 2014, I dated heterosexual foreign guys only, no British whatsoever. But they're all heterosexual. They all wanted sex with me. They're all foreign, between the ages of 21 and 28. You know, one of the guys even said to me, he goes, oh, well, you can be my girlfriend and then I'll have sex with other women. And I'm like, no, that's not acceptable to me. I don't want that, you know? It's horrible. I think I deserve the same monogamy that other people do, you know? And the last guy I dated was in July 2014, but I found out I was asexual around end of March, beginning of April 2014, but I wasn't strong in it back then, you know? I'd only just found out at that time. July, you know, like, was around the time my grandma died, and I was really upset and I guess vulnerable, and, you know, I said to the guy I didn't like sex and stuff, but I wasn't so strong, and back, that time I'd been used to dating heterosexuals, so I guess I was hoping there would be one who could live without sex, but I just not split up, I just had upset with my grandma died. She was like my best friend, so it's quite hard. But yeah, after that, then I pretty much became, then I pretty much realised I've got to, I pretty much decided that I can't date heterosexuals again. There was a heterosexual Indian guy that liked me later that year in October, but he really broke my heart. I mean, he was online, and so this wasn't an in-person thing, and even that was in 2014 as well, actually. And I guess I totally hadn't got the fact that heterosexuals just can't usually be with asexuals because they need the sex. And this guy was in America, and no, sorry, he was in India, but he could have gone to America, but he was deciding he might come here for study instead. In the end, it was horrible. My guinea pig was severely ill. It was dying. And I remember I got a text message from him going, oh yeah, I wouldn't want to come over there and be a virgin all my life. In other words, if he had come to been with me, he would have wanted to have slept with other women as well. I just was disgusted because I thought he understood my asexuality. I thought he accepted it. And then he started, and then I put a post on his Facebook wall, which was really nice, about a hug, which could have even just been a friendship, and he took it off there. And then he started getting funny, saying, oh, his mum wouldn't like him being with an older woman. And I actually met his mum online there. That was the stupid thing. He Skyped me, and I had said hello to his mum. So he just wasn't a nice guy. Even was it this year or last year, he tried to contact me again, years later, still wanting to know me and be his friend. I don't like the guy personally. I just think he's very full of his own ego. Especially when my guinea pig was dying and he's writing me messages like, oh, I don't want to die being a virgin, basically be with other women. And I'm like, I can't be doing the guy like that in my life. So I think this is where I kind of got the idea from, though, because after the October guy, there was an asexual guy the next year in January, I think it was 2015, and he was asexual and younger guy. And I liked him. And then there was another guy later on that year, but I don't think he was asexual, but something had happened in his life. He was Indian. He said that he didn't say he was asexual, he didn't say he wasn't, and he just decided to start pursuing me and messaged me for like 4 or 5 hours. I remember when I came out of work, and then he Skyped me, and after a couple of Skype sessions, because I said no, I wouldn't wait for you or whatever for a relationship to come over here, then he just basically disappeared and was funny with me about it. And but his heart was broken. That's the trouble with some Indian guys as well. If they've got past relationships, they always seem to be clinging to their ex who dumped them years ago, to be quite honest, and probably with good reason too, but it's like, so it's like, don't have hang-ups about your past relationships, like in terms of thinking about, oh, you want to still be with them or still hanker after them. There's no point. But yeah, so I wanted to do this video tonight because people are seeing these videos I'm posting, foreign guys, and they seem to think that I'll just easily say, yeah, let's get married, you can have a visa to come over here. I'm not about that. I really, really would rather be on my own forever, the rest of my life, than have some guy come over here just wanting me for a visa. It's absolutely disgusting. I totally believe I have an asexual soulmate. I believe he's Indian. In the least, I know he's foreign. And oh god, I'm starting coughing again. And I'm not gonna, if I wanted to help a foreign guy, Indian, with a visa, god, I could have had tons of different foreign guys by now. I mean, they all after that, I mean, the ones lately a bit more blatant about it, probably because I'm a bit more blatant black. It's like, I'm not getting married, I'm not getting a visa, just forget it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not put on this planet to be a visa machine for guys, or a job sponsorship thing for guys. I just think it's disgusting, It's like, go and get a job, go and get some money of your own and come over here if you want to do that, I mean, this guy, when he came on ASAP, it was like, oh, well, go to the country, get the guy and go back and marry him. It's like, no, I don't want to marry him, and I won't marry him for a visa. Oh, but what if he's in the UK? It's like, no, I actually don't want marriage. So this guy I know, who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with in the future, he won't want kids. He won't be bothered about marriage. And, you know, even if he thought he might like it, he won't mind me not liking it, and he'll be fine with it, you know? And he'll have his own money. He won't expect me to bail him out or to get him sponsorship. You know, he'll be a man about the situation. It's ridiculous. And I think, you know, I just have to look for a foreign guy in the UK. Either there's going to be a foreign guy already over in the UK somewhere for me, or this guy's going to move over here to be with me. And that's the two options that is going to be on the table, or not at all, because there's no way I am ever going to marry a guy for a visa. I don't want marriage, you know. I don't want to be a slave to a guy. I mean, I lived a very more like that life years ago. I'm not doing that again, you know. I'm not the housewifey type. I'm not the cooking and cleaning type. I'm not the come home, honey, let me cook you a meal type. I'm just not that type, which is what most guys want, actually. They want a housewife. That's what they want. They want someone who'll cook, clean for them, and do all the womanly things for them. And, you know, and then when they get home after a hard day's work, it's like, put your feet up, honey. Here, have a meal, honey. Here, do this, that, and the other, honey. My life doesn't revolve around the guy, you know? My life is independent. My life is one of richness, one where I get to build websites, one where I'm designing t-shirts, one where I'm writing books, one where I'm just stuffing something in the oven quickly to enjoy it and eat it, you know, one where I'm watching movies, one where I'm taking myself off to self-dates, one where I'm a sports-free zone because I don't even like sport. I don't have the telly on, you know. I've watched movies on disc because I've been sick. Oh yeah, I watched a little bit of X Factor this weekend, which is the first time I've watched TV since I've been over my parents, because my parents have the TV on all the time. So yeah, I just, you know, I'm not interested in that type of life. I'm not interested in a guy comes home and me looking after him like that. I don't mind emotionally supporting him. I don't mind morally supporting him with his work and stuff like that. But I'm not going to cook, clean and do all the rest of him. I have a hard enough time looking after myself physically without looking after a bloke in that way as well, you know. You know, to me, that's such a boring, horrible life. I buy paper plates, you know. When I do cooking, you know, I have paper plates so I can just chuck them away. I have foil tins that I put my food in the oven so I don't clean any grill pan out. You know, I just chuck the foil tins away once my food's come out of it. And, you know, I don't even use a pan anymore because I don't have all my vegetables raw now, which is more healthy anyway. So I don't use a pan. I don't use a grill pan. I don't use plates. So that saves on tons of washing up. I can't stand washing up. It's not what I'm born to do. I'm not put on this planet to just spend hours washing up. That to me is a waste of my life. Do you know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from. So there's no way I want to spend the rest of my life with a bloke who expects me to do stuff like that, because I'll just have a very miserable existence where I'll be living for him and just household chores. I mean, I'd rather spend the time on my own. You know, I actually do like my single life. I do love it, actually. It's, you know, I love spending quality time with myself. I love going to the cinema. I love having lots of fun in my life. I love not being, you know, in that environment. You know, I don't even want to live with the guy either. You know, even though I said I could be in a bed with the guy, kissing and cuddling him, this is only an asexual guy who I completely trust, who I know is not going to have sex with me, and I still want him to have his own place. I don't necessarily, you know, I don't want him at my place, you know, all the time, because I need my own space, and also I can't usually sleep in front of a guy. Just having him in my bed, kissing and cuddling him is like my limits, really. Do you know what I mean? That's not even normal for me, really. But it's only because I like younger guys. If it's with an older guy, I can't do that. And if you know, I don't think I could do it with a foreign guy very easily, unless he was Indian or looked Indian or very close to an Indian. Do you know what I mean? So far I can't do that with anyone. Do you know what I mean? I haven't met the right asexual guy yet, and even anyone I'd remotely think about doing that with hasn't turned out to be the right guy for me. So you know, but I just wanted to do this video so that if any guy who's foreign clicks on it, he can actually see what I really do want in a relationship, and that I will not have sex, marriage or kids. And, you know, I'm really not interested in that housewife lifestyle that to me is very, very outdated. I mean, it's like, you know, caveman eras. I mean, it's the 21st century now, you know, and I'm just not that type of girl at all. It just bore the heck out of me. I had that lifestyle years ago. That's how I know I get bored with it. I had the lifestyle where you just lead a mediocre life. You just go home And you just like, I mean, actually my ex used to cook for me quite a bit. My last long-term ex, actually, I think, when I was at his place. You know, not when he was at mine, I don't think. But I prefer a guy to bring his food over to mine and cook it himself, to be quite honest. When I dated the heterosexual guy for 2 months last year, he had to bring his own food over here and cook it himself. I don't want to cook for him. I'm not interested in that. I told him. You know, it's not what makes me happy. He's got 2 hands. He's got, you know, he can use my microwave, whatever, do what he likes. But I'm not doing that. I think I had to do some washing up after him, and that was bad enough. But most of the time, I used to take containers home with him, get containers to put food in and take it home with him, because I'm not interested in that. It's not, you know, it's not making my life happy in any way. So yeah, I just want to do this video, and I did actually think it was really funny as well, Michael, because I don't know if you remember, I said I don't think I'd ever be attracted to British guys that much enough to want to kiss them. And of course that applies to relationship. I don't think I'd ever be that attracted to a British guy to want to be in a relationship with him. And I said, you know, in order to be aesthetically attracted to a British guy, you probably have to be like 20 years old or something. And then on ASAP the next day, there's a 20-year-old British guy that goes, hey, hi, how are you? I just thought that was hilarious. But I have no idea what he looks like, because he's got a picture, you know, like he hasn't got a picture of himself. He's just got like a blob of orange or something on there for his profile picture. And so I don't have a clue what he looks like. He doesn't live anywhere near me. And it's been very small talk, although it sounded like he was asking me on a date, because he goes, oh, you want to see a good, because I said about what movies I like. He goes, oh, you want to see a film, ? I'm like, oh, are you asking me out on date? That's what it sounded like. It's funny, he hasn't replied to that I know of, not yet. Anyway, we might not bother, which is fine. I just thought it was quite hilarious. The timing in life is funny sometimes. Yeah, I thought well, that's all to do with intuition as well. Like what you ask the universe for, like law of attraction, it's supposed to give you. And there is another foreign guy that I've been talking to, foreign, but he's in another country as always. But I'm just talking to him like a friend, and he's 20. He's very aesthetically good looking. And yes, I would like to kiss him because he's really attractive. But he only thinks of me as a friend. I don't think he's actually attracted to me at all in that way. I don't know, because he told me today he's more attracted to asexually to sexuals for some reason. So I'm not sexual, so I guess he's not attracted to me in that way. But we're just chatting like mates anyway. I'm just talking to him about, you know, like student stuff. The other guy's a student over here as well. But I just thought it was really funny, you know. But I said that's the only way I could possibly be attracted, because I don't believe in the law of attraction. I see it as a form of confirmation bias. I believe. I don't. Yeah, I believe in the law of attraction to a certain extent. I believe in intuition. Law of attraction, like kind of a mixture of the two. I do. Yeah, I do. I believe in it kind of together, but I'm not fully immersed in law of attraction stuff. But I do believe in certain things, like if you do certain things, I do believe that other things happen, you know. And I don't know why, I just know that I've got an Indian asexual soulmate, and that is really, really strange, because I feel it like 100%. Like I'm deadly sure, but I've never had an Indian boyfriend in my life. And Indian culture is so different to mine. I mean, usually it is sex, marriage and kids. Obviously with the asexuals, it's not usually the sex, unless they're not telling the truth. And kids are not always needed with asexual guys. But usually asexual Indian guys are the very minimum want marriage. And a lot of them like a housewifey type, and it's just I don't fit in with that culture. I don't even want to be part of that type of culture. But yeah, I believe my soulmate's Indian, so that just doesn't add up. But I guess they are going to be a few people in the world like me who just decide to break the rules, defy conventions, go their own way and be different. I guess there are guys like, I mean, I have an aromantic foreign friend in the UK. We're just friends. He's more into guys and girls anyway. But he's aromantic, so, you know, he's not romantic like I am anyway. I don't even know what I was going to say about him. I can't even remember what I was going to say about him now. What was I talking about? Oh my God, my train of thought's gone. But I guess I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say about him. I was going to say, obviously, he's not romantic like him. He's only suitable to be with me as a friend. But, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, he's different. He does seem different to a lot of foreign cultures. I do like that about him. I have noticed he's very different. And I think, well, if he exists, then there must be some other foreign guys that are different to their culture as well. They must exist. Probably he's already in the UK, and I don't know where he is. Either that, or he's going to come, because like usually guys who are foreign in the UK, they're a bit more westernized. You could say your train of thought derailed. Yeah, my train of thought derailed. I also know that my intuition can be slightly off as well. So I've said this in a previous video, like he might turn out to not be Indian and be in a country that is next to India, or have Indian parents or something. Do you know what I mean? But actually be born in Britain. So it could be something like that. But it's really weird. But I just know he is. It's like I can see him. But we'll see, won't we, in years to come, if it ever comes true. But I hope it does. And maybe I'm just meant to meet him in another life, or I knew him in another life and not this one. Who knows? But yeah, trying to find an actual foreign soulmate in the UK, or even foreign guy for a relationship, is very difficult. I think a lot of them abroad, they just like literally ask me for, because they want a visa, and sadly, I just think that's so sad. In the UK though, I can get younger foreign sexual guys easily, you know, like, because they want the sex. And I just don't understand the logic of that. I don't understand why I attract so many. Well, I kind of do understand, but you know, I think it's quite sad that I've got there's lots of foreign sexual guys in the UK that would easily be in a relationship with me. Yet it's sad that asexual guys don't seem that interested. Do you see what I mean? Why is it that sex has to be at the forefront of wanting to be in a relationship with me? I just think that's really disgusting and horrible and upsetting, actually. It's like, well, hello, I'm a person, and it's really weird, but I know there's quite a lot of guys who are sexual guys who fantasize about being with an older woman. Like, it's really, you know, I don't even class myself as an older woman a lot of the time, though. Just those words just really annoy me, because I don't think I am half the time. My brain doesn't think like that. But, you know, they have these fantasies about being with someone older, and, you know, they love being with, you know, like when they're younger, I guess they grew up thinking sexual fantasies about, oh, I want to have sex with an older woman. You know, they just love it. I guess they love the experience of a woman, maybe the older body, maybe the maturity. I don't know. I've got quite a young body though, luckily. You know, and they kind of love that. And it's really not difficult. But I mean, even when I was out dancing a couple of weeks ago, there's like 18-year-old, I think he was an 18-year-old British guy that wanted to dance with me. He wanted to dance with another older woman as well, not just me. And, you know, I've had a 18-year-old actually ask me out on a date a few years ago. First of all, he asked me back to his place, which was his dormitory, because he was a university student. It was Freshers Week. And then he asked me, well, I said, no, I'm not that type of girl. Then he asked me out for a meal when we were outside, so we were like more in light then. And I'm like, no, I just can't, because, you know, I knew I didn't like sex. So I thought there's no point, because that's what he's going to want. And he was just 18, and some of the guys, when the lights went up after we finished dancing, he was like, oh, come on, you can see she's older. But that didn't put him off, because he was asking me out for a meal outside, you know? So, you know, there are guys that like older women, but it tends to be that, I don't know, it just tends to be all the sexual ones the majority of the time. And it's just like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me why someone who, you know, like, why all these guys who want sex with an older woman, why a younger guy wouldn't want to be with someone who doesn't want sex with them. It's just really hard. It seems like all the younger guys, probably, they just want sex. But there's a lot of older guys like that too, you know? It's just kind of crazy. I think it's really sad, but all I have to think is it's not a reflection on me, it's a reflection on them, and a reflection on society, you know? It's just like, you know, that's just the way it is. And, you know, I can't really be attracted to older guys. And if I was attracted to an older guy, it would be a foreign guy, though, because I think foreign guys look younger in general. They do to me. And I guess I just feel more comfortable around foreign guys physically. So if it was an older guy, it probably would have to be foreign, you know, not British. I can't get that attracted to British. I can't. It's like I want to keep them arm's length. But even so, when I was out dancing a couple of weeks ago, there's foreign guys, but I just want to keep them at arm's length because I know that they're highly sexual. I don't want their hands all over me, you know? I don't mind hands in certain positions, but the only one I've been able to be close to physically when out dancing was an Indian guy. So far, I haven't wanted to really get that close to any other guy, even though the Indian guy obviously was a sexual guy, highly sexual guy. I didn't, you know, I felt safe enough to be around him close with body. I never kissed him on the lips though, but do you know what I mean? It's really weird. So yeah, I hope this has been useful, helpful, and insightful. I just think it's a sad state of affairs when the majority of guys like me are just sexual, but you know, I do attract the sexual guys. It's just really difficult for me. I usually always attract the sexual guys, and it's like sexual guys or friends, sexual guys or friends. It's like, well, yeah, thanks for that. I don't want the sex, so I can't be with sexual guys. You know what I mean? And yeah, I love having friends, so that's great. But where's the middle ground? Is there one? Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps it to get up in the search engine rankings. It helps raise awareness of asexuality, and it really helps me to get this channel better known and to get the videos more widespread as well. So if you can give me a thumbs up, that would be appreciated. Thanks for tuning in, Michael, again. It's really nice to have you. Thank you so much. Really nice to have you along. And to whoever else who's been watching, really appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that big subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I post a new video. And I will see you on the next live stream or video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye. Bye.